Good morning, everyone. Okay, so the first stock that I have on watch today is ExxonMobil. I'm looking for a bounce at 49.52, and if it goes further down today, I'm looking for a bounce at 48.02. And CCIV, I have one number on the board here. It's 29.89. If it hits that level, I'm looking for a bounce at 29.89. OXY, Occidental, another energy company. I've got pre-market here. It's at 24.94. I've got a level at 23.95 for a bounce, and if it goes further than that, then I've got a level at 23.16 for a bounce. CHCI is on the scanner. It's the leader on the scanner this morning. Has a float of 2.21 million shares. It's gapping up 150%. 1085, this number 1085 represents the top of a gap from years ago. We'll go take a look at it here real quick. Let's see, from April of 2013, or March of 2013, there's this gap right here. So 1085 is the top of the gap. There ought to be resistance there. If the price can get above 1085, then it'll explore price to the upside. There's a lot of chop north of 1085. I'm looking for an opportunity to make at least 20 cents. It'll be the momentum strategy. So I don't know how the stock is going to behave exactly. If it starts pulling, when it pulls back, and it'll pull back, when it starts pulling back, I've got 826 is the bottom of that gap for support, so I'll be looking for a trade there. I've got the alarm set on CHCI. Let's see. No, I don't have alarm set on CHCI. Let me set these alarms real quick. I usually don't put alarms on momentum trades, but I will on this one today. All right. Next up, KALV, KALV, is the second leader on the momentum or on the gap scanner. It's up 140%. It has a float of 11.4 million shares. This will be the momentum strategy. So the float is low. Okay, CHCI just broke through that 1085 level. Let me just go ahead and get all the bells out. I don't know why TradingView does that. So it hit a high of $50 in pre-market. KALV, apparently it reported earnings and it wasn't as bad as thought. So there's a low float on it. So there are going to be people who are going to sell into this strength, either at or near the open. So I want to see this one settle down a bit. I'll put a fib on it. Let's see. So I'd be surprised to see it go all the way down to 29.23. It could, but 33.44 looks like a good entry. Area of entry. Put a little line there. And then this 37.83, put a line there too. $37.65, that is. All right. Next up, AUVI. AUVI is kind of far down on the gap scanner here, but it is still up 60% pre-market. It went as high as $11. I'll see if it starts hitting the scanner or not. It's going to be the momentum strategy. GRNV is an acquisition group. It's one of these SPACs. the warrants on GRNV are hitting the scanner, as well as TBLT. Now, TBLT, I don't like stocks that are below $2, and that's for reasons of the circuit breaker halt. So, I've forgotten, I think it's 5% before, in the first 10 minutes, if a stock moves more than 5%. In a 1 minute time frame, then it goes into a circuit breaker halt. I actually, don't quote me on that because I don't remember. It's been so long since I've studied it. But so you don't, if it goes into circuit breaker, starts going into circuit breaker halts, and there's only a 5 or 10% range for the halt, then you're only talking, like, for a dollar for a stock that's $1.66. You're only talking 16 cents range in order for it to get halted, and it just kind of makes for not easy trading. But it's on watch, so if this thing really starts to move, then yeah, I've got it. I've got it in my trading platform windows, and I've got it on the scanner on the charts, so it's up. All right, so that's pretty much it for the morning. Got Exxon, CCIV, Occidental, CHCI. We're just catching a bid here. Popped over that 1085 level, and the volume's healthy. It's 100,000 shares per minute. Then there's KALV, AUVI, GRNV, and TBLT. We've got about 25 minutes to the bell. And so while I'm at it, okay, so DraftKings, I don't really see a trade on DraftKings right now. It's going to pull back a little bit. It just broke through all-time highs. BILI, I don't see a trade there either. It's climbing. So if you just kind of want to, I don't know. I hitched a ride. So I traded this around this area. I've forgotten, and then I got in again. I traded it a couple times through this area. I traded it a couple of times, and then it started running up, and I didn't get into it. And on this pullback, I averaged in at 120 a share on 150 shares, so it's up to 145 a share now. And this thing, where did my drawing went away? So there was a period of consolidation through here. Move that out of the way. Period of consolidation here that lasted about 6 months. Then it broke out of the consolidation. So the breakout ought to last about the same amount of time, 6 months, roughly. And so yeah, I'm looking for this thing. I'm just going to let it ride and see if it can hit, I don't know, 175. I'll start taking profits on it. We'll pull back there on CHCI. We received compliance notification on February 3rd. Just kind of getting some prices inserted here. I tend to not trade pre-market, although volume pre-market on some names are pretty good. I tend to just kind of stay away from pre-market trading, which actually this 1085 level would have been, as it turns out, a great entry. You know, actually, today I think I'm going to cut down on the live chat. I think I'm going to end the stream kind of sit back and trade, and then I'll do a recap on the day. All right, everybody. Good luck out there today.